Today being Veterans Day, I'd like to take a moment to honor and observe our active military and retired veterans and your families. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much for everything you give up to keep us safe, and thank you for those who paid the ultimate price to keep us safe. Can't imagine what you deal with in this crazy world we live in, but thank you for your service, and can't say it enough. Thanks for keeping us safe. Speaking of which, on Tuesday, one of the reasons you keep us safe, a lot of Americans went out and exercised their civic duty in a nice, adult-like, orderly, proper fashion. That is a very big deal. I always talk about the political environment needing to be healthy for all other things needing to be leading to be healthy. So I'm very proud of our country. Tuesday was a great day, not just because it rained for 2 days straight in LA. Welcome back to This Week in Mortgage, everybody. My name is Sam Battaglia, your mortgage broker here at Guaranteed Rate in Beverly Hills. Hope you had a great week. All right, well, a funny thing happened this week. We've got a lot of good news. Inflation has come down, as we expected, as some time has passed since we have been shoveling money into the economy, helicopter drop style. Inflation didn't come down because of the Federal Reserve. Inflation came down because the consumer is tired, and I've been saying that all year. So the stock market reacted very positively to these inflation numbers that are chilling out. Looks like there's a light at the end of the tunnel of these rate hikes, and that's why we're seeing a very big week for stocks this week. Another reason we're seeing for stocks rallying this week, double-edged sword. The stock market loves when people lose their jobs. They love layoffs. Earnings per share go up, and the existing shareholders are happy because they have less money to pay out to workers. Here's the problem with this double-edged sword. Sure, you're going to make some more profits in the meantime on a per-share basis, but in the long term, here's your double-edged sword. More layoffs equals less consumers. So I bet you for now, the stock market will take it that people are getting laid off. But in the long term, these folks that are getting laid off have to find new jobs, because on the back end, who's going to end up consuming what everyone's selling? Moving on to the Federal Reserve. Seem to be wanting a recession, and I don't know how many times we have to redefine a recession this year to keep up with the narrative, but a couple things they should look at before their next meeting. Hopefully they're not too aggressive. Take a look at the jobs market, what I just mentioned on Wall Street. There's a lot of layoffs, tens of thousands of workers from individual corporations. Take a look at that, along with the JOLTS number that we talked about last week, the job openings number. And then there's also a little silly fun fact that shipping containers are now empty and there's too many of them, which is the total opposite problem of what happened a few years ago. So if the Federal Reserve really wants to look at the economy and the global economy for that matter, go take a look at the shipping container surplus that we have, which just proves out my point that there is less consumption going on because the consumer's tired. And that's a very small example that shows big results of where the economy is. And I've got something else about this inflation the Federal Reserve always wants to fight. Innovation, by definition, causes inflation. And throughout history, the United States has been the most innovative country since its existence, for that matter. So the Federal Reserve, I don't think you can fight innovation, because innovation will always cause inflation. Moving on to housing. Same thing as the stock market this week. Inflation numbers came down. So we got about a 0.5 point drop this week in mortgage rates, depending on what kind of program you're looking at, which is a huge drop. Now, let's, as Paulie Walnuts would say on The Sopranos, keep your shirt on. But when you see the headlines this weekend of mortgage rates have biggest drop in X amount of years, take it with a pound of salt. We are coming off of the highest levels in 20 years. It's actually, 0.5% is a big deal. It's softer. It's not the be-all, end-all. I think that we are going to end up somewhere when this normalizes, hopefully somewhere around a 5% 30-year fixed, which oddly enough seems like a lifetime ago, but we were there 3 months ago. So if things get back to 5%, we will see a normalizing real estate market that's actually affordability is right there, because the way it stands right now, affordability, and especially for first-time home buyers, which are actually at an all-time low right now because of high rates and high prices, we will actually see things be stimulated through affordability coming back for the first-time home buyers and the home buyers looking to just do a straight move up or a lateral move. Okay, everybody, that is my show for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you have any mortgage-related questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks as always for watching my show. Have a great weekend, and please stay safe.